All right, we're here today with head coach Travis Floeck, Kelsey Montague, Christina Palmer. Coach, back at it after a long break. What's the excitement level right now to get kind of rolling with the indoor season?
I would say the excitement level is high. Fortunately, we were able to come back nearly 2 weeks ago, just to bring back a good group of athletes. And as a coach, obviously, you're looking at, okay, how did we do over the break with our preparation? And from talking to all the coaches on the staff, it's like the student athletes did an incredible job, staying dedicated, putting the work in, but also during that time, you're just looking at the energy level and just trying to get a pulse on where everybody is at. And I think it's palpable. There's been a ton of excitement, and we're just ready to kick off 2025 now in the track and field season.
And then from the early meets before the break, what excites you something maybe that excites you that you saw from those opening meets that you can carry into the kind of the meat of the schedule?
Well, as a coach, it's a cliche thing to say, but it is the reality is you're looking at the process of it all. And when we're that first meet down at Western, I was really looking for like, hey, how are we going to compete? And I was thrilled with the way we competed. It's not necessarily about marks. It's just how are you trying to beat the person around you, the energy you have in the ring. If you're bringing it in the last 100 meters of a 4x4, it's just you're looking for those type of efforts. And all around, I thought we did an amazing job of that. And then from the marks, I mean, we had 3 school records. That was super exciting. Christina here broke a school record. Kelsey looked incredible running and just looked really strong out on the track with those longer sprints. And so, yeah, there was just so much excitement at that time. And I really felt like we did get momentum into the break. And I'm sure that was in the back of the minds of some of the student athletes on the team about what we could do this season. And I'm sure it helped motivate them. And now it's just about carrying that momentum.
Christina, for you, Coach talked about breaking your own school record at the Western meet. What's training looked like for you since coming back from the break? Have things changed? Have kind of stayed the process as Coach had mentioned, or kind of what's the training look like?
I'm going to say I've started to focus on different aspects of my technique and just like finishing, but also supporting the team since this is my last year. I'm excited to see this team grow and just being able to come back for my last season. It's something that I always want to be improving. I don't want to just say it's good enough at when I break my own record. I want to keep on going. Beating myself is one of the things I love about track is because you can do so much, but at the same time, the person you're in the ring to beat or the person you're standing on the track to beat is yourself. It's fun to beat the person next to you or the person throwing after you, but it's really just like how you present yourself and how you're going to improve.
And you kind of mentioned it in your response there about how the throws program in particular has improved significantly since you've been here. Just talk about that and how much it's improved and what maybe is something that you can accredit that to.
I'm going to say like the dedication of each person on the team because as you know, we lost our coach last year in the middle of the season, and it's all the hard work that our coaching staff has brought this year, but also like just getting us the stuff that we need, getting us the equipment, being able to show up every day and have fun and just focusing on what we need to focus on improving our technique and just making every day the best it can be.
Kelsey, we'll move over to you. You kind of had a breakout year last year. What's your confidence heading into this meet of the indoor season here? Where are you at confidence wise, and maybe something that you're looking forward to?
Yeah, so I'm thrilled with how I opened up this year. I've had the fastest opener I've had my entire collegiate career, which was amazing. But this year, I just have an indoor season left, so I'm gonna just have a little bit of fun. So I've picked up and am going to compete in the triple jump this upcoming meet, which will be very fun for me because I haven't had a chance to compete collegiately with full training and full full steps to improve my marks from my high school career. So I'm looking forward to that. That's going to be fun, but I'm also very excited for the upcoming meets that we have, like Boulder and Washburn, for my 400 time to get improved even more than it has so far.
Yeah, you kind of answered my other question. How nice was the fast start so far? But you mentioned a little bit. You're adding the triple jump.
Mm-hmm.
What are your goals for the year? This being your last indoor season, collegiate season.
Yeah, I've talked to my coaches a lot with this. My coach Tim Reitz wants me to be able to win the 400 and the indoor title for the RMAC. Personally, I would like to do that. That would be amazing. Coming off of my RMAC win in the 400 hurdles last year outdoors, that'd be great. But I have looked at the stats and stuff, and this year I feel like the 400 is the most competitive it has ever been since I've been in college. Like, for the past 4 years, I've been top 5, top 6, somewhere in there, and now I'm not even top 10 right now because we have, I think, 6 or 7 people in the RMAC that have provoed with the 400 meter marks, but I do feel confident that I can still compete for that RMAC victory. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It's gonna be fun.
Coach, back to you. What is maybe a strategy that you're using between now and the RMAC meet, of how you split up the team, the meets you go to? Just talk about that kind of philosophy / strategy.
Yeah, I think there's always a challenge with it, just because we do have a big team. We have a large roster, and we're fortunate in that case that we have a large roster of like extremely talented people. So you're always a little limited in what you can do. For example, this weekend we're not going to be able to take everybody, but I think one of the strengths of this team is that there's a lot of selfless people on it. I think there's an incredible amount of, really the whole team is team oriented, and we're not losing sight of that. So even if you have a team member who maybe is itching to compete, but they don't quite get the opportunity, they're contributing to what we're doing. In terms of strategy, I mean, gosh, we're just trying to get all these student athletes an opportunity to shine where they can. And these next 2 weekends are going to be really big. We're between these 2 weekends, I think everybody who's ready to go will have an opportunity to compete, which is exciting. And then we'll kind of have like a down week, which is, there's some strategy in that, to like get to some training, rest a little bit after traveling. And then we'll take a group out to Kansas and really try to hit some national marks. And then we'll have a meet the weekend before Western, where those 2 weekends will be an opportunity to tune up and just be ready to compete at our best when it comes to the RMAC championships.
Now, Kelsey, you talk about how much better the RMAC's gotten in the 400 and whatnot. How do you make sure that, you're keeping an eye on things and making sure you're improving to that mark, but also not getting so obsessed with other people you kind of lose track of yourself?
Yeah, this is a hard one for me because I do try to focus on, I want to pay attention to what's happening outside of just our team and make sure the RMAC is looking competitive. But I would say just focusing on my process and how I train and the way I need to hit my practices and hit my goals in those practices is just the best way that I can actually be able to compete with them and stay focused on what my goals are and my journey.
Okay, toughest question of the day. This is our question of the week. If you could have a superpower, what would it be?
I'm going to go with the cliche since I'm a track athlete, and I'm going to just say super speed because that's just going to help me personally with my goals. So I'm going to do the cliche track athlete answer and do super speed.
Mine would probably be teleportation because my family's from out of state, so I'd like to go home and see them whenever I want.
Fair.
Oh, Christina, you took mine. That's exactly what I was thinking. And I'm really actually thinking about it from just time management. I wish I could teleport. I'm I'm excited to be on the road with the team. And I mean, I think there's just, you can train really hard all year. I've gotten to know these student athletes better, but when you're on the road, that's when you can really build a lot of connections. The team can build connections. So I'm looking forward to that time, but I also hate traveling all at the same time. So I wish I could teleport in my life and just get to some different places. So I'm going to jump on board with that too.
Perfect. Thank you for your time and good luck this weekend.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.